television with our children. Hatusikizi radio. Because ukisikiza radio, unamsikia a whole minister akitusi, akiwachilia maneno kubwa kubwa. And we want to call upon this government, illegitimate as they are, to remember that we have our children that we are nurturing in our families. We are ashamed to be called women of Kenya today because we are ashamed to listen to our leaders. The disrespectful language that is going on in this country is soon raising a generation of children of Kenya who will be very shameless. And we want to call upon the government really to call them to order. We want to call upon all of us to have what we call hygiene in politics. We want to call upon this nation to arise and become the nation that was left to us by our forefathers. Oh, how our forefathers are rolling in their graves. Marehemu Jomo Kenyatta, when he hears that a president can be congratulating police when they shoot our children. Shame on you, William Ruto. Shame on you once again. Women of Kenya are hurting. We are grieving. We have had a list of our children. Children who out of no fault of their own, all they did was going to ask the government that they are hungry. We want to ask William Ruto, what do you want us to tell our children? Watoto wetu wanatuuliza, mama, leo tutakula nini? And we have nothing to give them. Over and above that, you have gone and started mocking our sufuria. And I want to congratulate the Honorable Kioni for being shameless about the sufuria. The sufuria is what unites our families as women. The sufuria is what feeds our children. These days, wanasema, ati walitupatia fertilizer. We want to tell William Ruto and his government, hatukuli fertilizer. You gave us fertilizer, but we had already fed our children with the seeds. Today he takes photographs in his big 1,000-acre shamba, akituonyesha yeye mahindi yake imeiva. Sisi kwetu as women of Kenya, our children are still hungry. Our sufurias are still empty. Stop mocking our sufuria. And lastly, to our sons that we greatly love. Our son Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, mtoto wetu. Our son Raila Amolo Odinga, we love you. Our son Kalonzo Musyoka. Our son Eugene Wamalwa, Mama Martha Karua. All our sons in leadership. Women of Kenya are calling for peace and reconciliation. We know that we have raised you well. We know that we have raised you to be fearless. Na tunataka kuambia, do not stop. Keep the pressure going because our children are hungry. Watoto wetu wanatuuliza, hakuna school fees. Watoto wengine wanaenda shule, sisi kwa nini tuko nyumbani? So for our sons, do not stop. We have raised you to be fearless. But at the same time, extend a hand of reconciliation because our children want a peaceful nation where they can grow. Our children want a nation where they can be fed. And we pray that the tears that the Kenyan mothers are crying today become a curse to William Ruto and his government. May all the tears of Kenyan women who are crying because of hungry children, because of children who have been killed, may William Ruto never find peace because of the curse of the tears of the women of Kenya. As I conclude, we were not given time to lay a wreath. Please